There's so many tools available for renovation people, for construction people to get the loan. There are always buyers available. Start spotting them before you even start your project. And then you cannot go wrong in that. Kelly, what do you say?
Dr. Khan, you are spot on that. The mortgage and the financing is an integral part of successful home buying. I want to say that the reason that the CPEC fund has multiple ventures of real estate, mortgage, title, construction is because when I started the real estate division, I looked for mortgage professionals, and they did not offer these programs. I looked everywhere, and they didn't offer them. And I could see that buyers were not able to buy homes for lack of mortgage products. And that's when I realized the importance of continuing to empower our mortgage division to offer these products. And so I said that to stress the importance of finding mortgage professionals that do offer all of these products, because homeownership is the first step to building wealth. You're spot on, Dr. Khan.
For all of our attendees, friends who are here, I want to remind you of a very interesting feature in Zoom that I like very much. It's called raising hand. It reminds you of when you were in grade school. So feel free, please contribute, participate, ask questions. If you have any comments, raise your hand, send your message in the chat, or talk to us. We are very willing and very interested in knowing your viewpoint, your experiences. Everybody can benefit from. So in the meantime, Kelly, tell me in bullet points that what should the professionals do in this market to reach out, to connect, to know their customers and the products that we have in the market.
Well, what I'm going to do, Dr. Khan, since these segments are usually 15 to 20 minutes, I'm going to post some YouTube videos on tips that I found over these years that have helped me to build my businesses. And so I'll be doing some videos on that. So please subscribe to this channel, and every week when I post a sales video, it'll be available for you to review. But I just want to reiterate what I came here today to say, and the different videos that will be posted, is plan your work. In other words, if you're not prepared and you haven't got a plan together, then this is the first week of a brand new year, and it's the first Friday. So the question I ask to all the salespeople or real estate professionals is, what have you started planning today that you're going to accomplish next week? Because if you don't start planning today on how to empower your community with home ownership, if you don't plan, then the week's going to come next week and you're not going to be prepared. And I know you get tired of hearing me say this, but unless you plan to plant, you're not going to reap anything. So get your plan together and set some goals on what you want to accomplish this week, this month, this quarter, and this year. Look, I know that people make New Year's resolutions and they don't end up following through, but the ones who do make some kind of plan do accomplish more by the end of the year. Maybe not everything. Maybe not everything, but get your plan together. And then think about the customer. Dr. Khan has taught all of our associates that the client is number one. You're not in this to just perform daily tasks, but we're in this to make a difference in the life of others. So think about your client. How are you going to better their life? What can you do? And think about customer follow-up. When I say customer follow-up, I'm talking about your sphere, your friends, your family, the people you work with, your sphere of influence, whatever your religious background is. You're with a group of people there. Educational background. Think about those people who have just asked you questions about this or that, and you just kind of brush it off thinking that they're just talking to you. No, they need your expertise, because you can make a difference in their life by helping them achieve homeownership.
Kelly, I think it's a fair assumption that most real estate professionals do not know black magic, and they can't just magically figure out what channel or what videos you're talking about. So will you share some information or a link so they can go there and check out those videos?
Sure. If you've come to this Friday forum and you want me to send you the link or you want to be a part of our network, my email address is kelly@cpec.fund. And at the CPEC, I'll send you the link to our YouTube channel because, Dr. Khan, when I started and when I opened up my office to go in to provide mortgages for people, I had no previous experience in sales whatsoever. What I did have is a desire to help people achieve homeownership. So I opened the company, nobody knew my phone number, and I have a long list of all the things that I have done that has brought me to this place to work with you and all of the other professionals and all of our ventures at CPECfund. So I would love to take a moment and share these. They're not going to be long videos. They're going to be short, but they're going to give you a lot of information. And it's not just information. It's proven successful plan to help people obtain home ownership. So send me an email, kelly@cpec.fund, and I'll send you the links, and that way you'll get notifications.
CPEC is a community private equity collaborative, which puts housing ventures, housing and community development ventures, to help people with more and more home ownership and increase the spirit of community among us. We are becoming more and more disintegrated as a family and individualistic within the community. We want to bring that family and community spirit together. So CPEC puts ventures, well thought out ventures together, which foster this spirit in the community. India, 1.5 billion people. China, 1.5 billion people. Both combined, 3 billion people. We are 1/10 of them. But we are the richest country on this planet, most affluent population. And real estate is the biggest engine inside the country that runs our economy. Canada is a developed country, but Canada is 10% of US population. There are like 30 million people plus million people in Canada. We are 320 plus million. So we have a huge opportunity for, and real estate professionals should not be marred by hearsay or gloomy news from the stock people or other market gurus and pundits who tell you to do certain things and who tell you to go underground, because there is a stable, continuous economic activity in the real estate sector. There are always people, get into the workforce every day, people who get qualified or get, in the housing market. They're looking for buying market and selling, and this activity goes on year round. I can give you very little example. We have talked about this many times in our programs, that people say, oh my God, the interest rate is 7% and what is going to happen and this and that. But when you do math, like from 3.5% interest rate to 7% interest rate, how much money you will be paying in a year extra above and beyond that rate. And then you calculate the rental payment that you are affording at this time. You calculate the tax breaks that you get by owning a property. You calculate the valuation of property that happens over, and this all by far beats the interest rate increase. There's absolutely no better time than now for buying a house. And there's so many different programs. As long as the professionals, it, that how you can help your customers, you can convince them very easily. They don't know. You need to make them know. To make them know, you need to know it. So I cannot emphasize the importance of these two things. Knowing your products, the business, what is going on in the business better than other. Pizza people, the delivery people, the taxi people, the IT people, the other people, they're all giving advice to their family members, to their friends about real estate. But you need to build enough trust and you need to reach out to them so they can rely upon your advice as a professional, as a knowledgeable person. They would definitely listen to their friends and family and other peers because they trust them. Once they start trusting you, you have an inherent edge. You have the knowledge, you have the experience, you have the skill, and you talk to them, you can, hands down convince them that regardless of 7% or even 10% interest, buying right now is beneficial for them. And of course, selling definitely